Howdy Everybody, it's your pal Misty, and welcome back to VLogMas. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is Monday night, and we have a live stream discussion for you today, including Advent of Star Wars Lego and Shark Zero Chocolate. Hello, Camille. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And hello, friend. Thanks for being here. I'm so happy to see both of you. And I see there are other people here that may not be chatting here. I'm happy to see you too. And for any of those of you who may be catching this on the replay, thanks for stopping by. Sorry you didn't make the live stream. So it's Monday. Have y'all had a Monday of a Monday? Because I have had a Monday of a Monday. It's not been my favorite. That's the truth. This has been a Monday, all Monday. I feel like it's going to be a Monday all week, but that's okay. Hi, Mama. I hope you're feeling better. Hello, Natasha. I hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hello, Mary. Thanks for hanging out with me yesterday, too, with me and Natasha. Yes, you have. We've all had a Mondays of a Mondays, so it happens. It's the end of the year. It's a really busy time. And had a rough day today, guys. So just going to be really honest about it. Today has not been your pal Misty's strongest emotional intelligence day. One of the things that we talk about in my industry is EQ. And it relates back to what I call emotional intelligence, which is being able to control your emotions, for one, and that's the part that I am having a little bit of a problem with, because the roller coaster is it makes me scream in real life, and the roller coaster that's going on in my brain. Not everything is scream worthy or cry worthy. And yet it happens that way anyway. So that's been the day that I've had today. But now that day is wrapping up. And I'm getting to do a live stream with y'all. So some days are better than others. But every day you're worth showing up for and doing the best that you can, regardless of what is put in front of you. And that is 110% what I have done today. So I'm also having caffeine. Coke Zero Cherry. It's pretty good. Camille says that's when you count the blessings of working from home. It is nice to work from home. Absolutely correct, especially in situations like that. I did have okay, look, I'm just going to be really honest. I can't say exactly why because it is work related, but I had a panic attack at some point this afternoon. Thank you, Carolyn, for chatting with me through it. But it got so bad at one point that I don't know how you moms out there do it. So, Mama, I just would like to say I apologize for following you around everywhere you went, even on days that you might have been having a bad day, because today I had to lock myself in my bathroom to get away from the dogs because I was afraid I was going to be mean to them and yell at them. Not that they would have understood anyway, but they still don't deserve it. But I felt like if they touched me one more time, I was going to freak out. And then it made me think of you, Mama, which actually kind of made me laugh and made me feel a little bit better. Because my mama's not a big toucher, and she had me. And I am a big toucher, and I used to follow her around everywhere, literally, like everywhere. I love you, Mama. I really do. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, not been my strongest mental health day ever. I mean, I'm fine. It's just sometimes what I do impacts large groups of other people, and being the boss isn't always fun. You don't always get to deliver good news. So, yeah, thanks. Appreciate you always. You locked yourself in the bathroom a lot of times when your kids were little. My mama didn't. I don't think she did that because I remember being in the bathroom with her. So maybe she hid in other places and I just didn't notice. But my mama would ask me how my day was, and so then I would tell her. But I think she thought it would only take 5 minutes. But I mean, my day was 8 hours. How long do you got? Because it's going to take me the rest of the evening to go over this information with you. So yeah. And here's the thing. I knew I could tell that I was starting to panic because I got the shakes, like physical. My whole body was shaking. And I couldn't breathe. I was having trouble breathing. Actually, did you know, because I did not, Carolyn told me, and it did help Carolyn, that if you have a Fitbit on your Fitbit, there's like a relax button, and you can press it, and it'll like help you focus breathing, and it did help. And I was having trouble focusing on the breathing by myself, but the little thing on my Fitbit actually helped. So if you're having trouble focusing or are in a heightened sense of anxiety, breathing does often help. I like the square breathing too, which is the inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, and doing that over and over again. There's a few different things that I use for anxiety. There's the 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things like where you use your senses and count different things. None of those felt like they were helping today. And I locked myself in a closet. I prayed. I cried. And then I laughed because I realized that my mom probably didn't have a space to do that because I followed her everywhere. and I'm sorry, Mama, but it did kind of make me laugh and was able to move on from there. So. Hello, Deanna. You like the relax button? I didn't know. Oh, look, everybody. Camille loves it. I didn't know it was a thing. I, for a long time, didn't even know there were like extra, like slides. No, not slides. Like extra things. I just looked at my steps or how to turn it into sleep mode so that it doesn't come on when I sleep, because one thing I didn't mention very clearly, I don't know about my sleep routine, is I don't have a clock of any kind. It's one of the reasons that I also don't keep my phone up there. I don't want to know what time it is, because if I do, then I start doing math with how much longer I can stay up and how much sleep I'm going to get. But if you don't know how much sleep you're going to get, I just go back to sleep, because maybe it's 4 hours, maybe it's 4 minutes. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get it while I can. So, but yeah, I was not aware that was a feature, but it really did kind of help today. So I thought I'd share. Anyway, we've been talking a little bit about my anxiety-filled day. I am much better now. Happy to be here with y'all doing a live stream. And we're going to jump into Lego. Are y'all ready? I hope y'all are ready. I'm ready. And just for the record, it's freezing here. Like, not literally, but it will be literally freezing here by the end of the week. You know something's gone wrong in Texas when we have to have cold weather meetings. And you know something's even more wrong when they have to tell me that we have to have one, because I didn't realize that it was coming up so soon. I thought it was going to be cold this weekend. I didn't realize it was going to start on like Wednesday, Thursday here in Texas. And again, cold for us. I mean, look, we're talking like 19 degrees. That's anything below 32, I feel like shouldn't happen in Houston. And we're going to be below 20, possibly. I have both of my 5-gallon jugs of water filled up. For those of you who were long following me when Texas had our last cold snap and I went 10 days without water, that is not on the agenda for this time no matter what. So it's currently in the 20s today. I don't know how y'all do it. You have a high of 4. Mary says Friday her site's going to be closed because of the freeze. We're asking everybody in Houston who can to work from home. It is legit cold. It may not be legit cold here, but it feels legit cold for us. All right, let's jump into Lego. So for tonight, we're on day, what is today? The 19th. We're on day 19 of Lego. Last night, what did we get last night? We got a gun. We got a gun last night. So you can pick whatever you'd like, but the options that I give to pick from are artillery or gun, building or structure of some sort, a ship, or a droid person. Tonight I'm picking ship. For those of you who may want to jump on my bandwagon, I don't know if today's the day you want to do that, but maybe just for fun. But it's definitely a ship kind of day, so that's what I'm guessing. So put in your guesses in the comments of the chat if you like. Carolyn says person. Mary says building. Natasha says ship. Camille says person. Oh, Teresa's here. Did I miss Teresa? I'm sorry, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for being here, Teresa. Sorry I missed your comment. Let's see. Deanna says person. Diana says person. Carolyn's jumping on my band for ship. Thanks. Appreciate it, friend. I mean, secret person. I know if it's a person, you still win. But thanks for jumping on the bandwagon. And Teresa says person. All right, let's go for it. Let's see if we can get this ship. Day 19. Step 2, find day 19. It's right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, how do we feel? Are we winners? Is it going to be an easy build, or are we going to have to make sure my emotional intelligence is intact so I don't scream while I try to build this today? Wait, which one is number 19? Oh, it's what is that? It looks like some type of walker, maybe like it's not an AT-AT walker, but maybe like an ATST. It should be a fun one. Yeah, that's how you know, Teresa, that it might not go well is when you look at it and are like, I don't know what that is. And that's what I'm getting right now, but we'll see. I think it's like an ATST or something like that. Because it appears to have legs, but not 4 of them. Which would be however you want to call it. The AT-AT, the AT-AT walker. I call them Imperial walkers. Because I'm old, and that's what we called them when I was young and the movies were coming out. Okay, so let's sort all of our like pieces together, because that's what we do with Lego. It's like all the pieces today are gray. Super fun. So we're going to start putting it together. How y'all doing today, though? Are y'all having a good day? I hope so. Is anybody on vacation already? I know a few of you are going to be going on vacation. I'm not, because I've sort of been on vacation a little bit. I mean, maybe not an actual real vacation, but I mean, I don't have any time to take off. Let's just say that. We're just cruising right along here, I think. Look, we've got the head piece. Pew, pew, pew. It's going to shoot you, though, see? And then this must connect into the legs. So there's only 2 legs? Okay, so yeah, it's got to be like an AT-AT walker or an AT, or I'm sorry, like an ATST or something. That's what it looks like. Does anybody concur with that? Anybody else concur? So it looks as though this is the way they have it walking. So it's a walker of some nature. Pew, pew, pew. And we have 3 extra pieces tonight. You know what? I don't think I showed the extra piece from last night, but we only had 1. But tonight we have 3 extra pieces and a walker. Ta-da! We did it! Our bag of extra pieces is really getting big though, guys. Oh, and I just put the whole gun setup in there from the other day because I put in the gray piece here backwards. And now I can't take it out. And I haven't had time to try to play with it and I get it out. Hey, friend. Hey, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. You concur with ATST? I think so. I believe that's what it is. It's sort of a weird little representation of it. But, that has to be what it is. An ATST walker. Am I going to make something original from the extra pieces? That's what I say every year, but literally the extra pieces are all the pieces that stick. So I have a bunch of squares and a bunch of circles, but nothing to put them on or nothing to connect them together. I can barely put together the ones that go together. Much less make something new out of them. Hello, Amber. Glad you made it safe. Amy's daughter is in town visiting, so. Ooh. Welcome to the live stream. Next up, chocolate. Milk chocolate. Whoops. And dark chocolate edition. If you're new here, there are shapes of chocolates within each box. Our mission is to guess what shape is in the box. Oh, sorry. What shape is in the box? Do you think it's a snowman? Because that's what Mary's going to pick. A snowflake? Pick something different, Mary, just for fun. A gingerbread man, a Christmas tree, a reindeer, a Santa Claus, or a present. See, told you. Very predictable, Mary. Try something different. Carolyn says Santa. Let's see what everybody, what am I on? I got my Christmas tree last night. Should I guess Santa again? I'm going to hop on your bandwagon tonight, friend. I hope that doesn't ruin it for you, but I'm going to guess Santa because I didn't actually get to eat the Santa the other day. For those of you who might not have been here, Ruby ate it, so. You love Mary? That's great. No, me too. I love her too. Diana says present. I almost guessed present, but I still feel like I really want a Santa Claus. Natasha says gingerbread man. Oh, so your super secret guess is tree. Okay. Let's go. Day 19. Day 19 has a little sweater or a jumper. Why do they call them jumpers? Does anybody know overseas why they call them jumpers? Do you jump in them? I guess I jump in everything now. Well, your super secret guess one. Christmas tree. You almost guessed present too? I did almost guess present. I'm still sticking with Santa though. So we're moving on. Dark chocolate. I still think, well, I don't think, but I'm still going to pick Santa Claus. Because that's what I want. Oh, that must be, I kept hearing notifications and I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. They're coming from work. They can wait. It'll be okay. Okay. Carolyn guesses same. Santa. That's what you got today, Christmas tree? You had a tree today. Snowflake. Santa. Diana says Santa. All right, Santa. Let's go. Let's go get a Santa. Day 19, dark chocolate. I don't think it's a Christmas tree. I can almost now tell when it's a Christmas tree when I pop it because the Christmas tree takes up so much room. Natasha says present. Wham! There he is! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! We got a Santa. Excellent. Wonderful. I like being a winner. What? You know what, though? I realized, what is this? This doesn't actually fit a category, huh? Would you put it in a person droid? I just realized, what did we categorize this? I mean, we didn't, because I don't know what to categorize it. What is y'all's thoughts? Do y'all have thoughts? Well, I mean, I know y'all have thoughts. Do y'all have thoughts? Let me be more specific. Everybody's a winner. Let's just say everybody's a winner. Because it's Monday, and I feel like we should all be winners on a Monday. Amy says droid. Carolyn says thingamajig. I'll say we're all winners, so we'll all be winners. That alert keeps going off, which probably means it's an urgent message. It'll still be okay, but if y'all hear continuous beeping like every minute to 2 minutes for like the next 20 minutes, I apologize. Anyway, 2 feet, it's a person. That's fair. That's fair. Is the one with 4 feet a person too? It's a vehicle, so ship. I feel like, is there a category that we have that we couldn't fit it into? I don't think so. Because I feel like you could fit it into droid or person. You could fit it into artillery because all it does is walk around and shoot. Oh, probably not ship. Except for that someone rides inside of it, but it doesn't float. So maybe I was the only person that was wrong, and those of you who guessed with me. But everybody else, I think maybe you could count yourself a winner. And then we got Christmas tree and Santa Claus. So several of us went on the Santa Claus there. Hello, Marcy. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Well, it is Monday night. I will try not to keep y'all too much this evening. I did just want to hang out for a little while because I like it. It's been a lot of fun for me to have y'all here for VLogMas. And Natasha says it's also not a building. I would agree with that because it moves, I guess. Anyway, so tonight I wanted to talk about something fun. And y'all know for me, the thing that's fun is fitness. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And the thing that I wanted to talk about was, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite thing for fitness? Because one of the things when I talk about health and fitness, when it's specifically fitness related, as I say all the time, if you're doing something and you hate it, stop doing, try something different, maybe, at least for a little while, because there are times where the thing that you're doing may be the thing keeping you from progressing, and you want to be aware of that. Oh no. Claire's crawling around and pulling herself up to stand. Guys, today she's 8 months old. It's her 8th birthday. She's crawling and she's going to be walking by the time I say about 10 months. Maybe 9. Do babies walk at 9 months? Is that too early? I feel like it's too early. Why'd you make such a smart baby? Elbow bump. I'm getting too old to even see what the emojis are. Sometimes I don't know what they mean. Like, is that supposed to mean something different? I don't understand. So fitness, find what you like, right? That's what I wanted to talk about tonight, and see if you have any favorite types of exercises, right? Because there's so many different things that you can do to get your body moving. And I think a whole lot of people normally start with, and it's a great place to start, walking. they start by walking. It's pretty easily accessible to most people. It doesn't require much training to be able to do it. It doesn't require you to even be a year old, evidently. Babies can do it, right? My niece walked at 10. Oh, Diana says that her first walked at 9 months. I know my youngest niece Kaylee. I know she was 10 months because she walked at Christmas, and she's born the end of February. So I know she was right at 10 months when she started walking. Sorry, we have. No, I don't think y'all can see. There's like a weird hair on this. Sorry. Look at my finger for just a second while I try to get this. What is happening right now? Can I get it off of this? Okay. Sorry, that was just bothering me. I don't even know if y'all could see that. So I apologize. I'm back. And we're back. Fitness. A lot of people start with walking, right? Because it's easily accessible. And while we're talking about walking, this is your reminder that if that's the way that you would sort of like to start moving more, Derek over at Derek's Journey is having a steps challenge starting January the 1st. Sign up by December the 31st on his channel. Let him know you're interested. Send him a screenshot or an emoji or something that represents you, because he does do videos related to it. So if you're interested in starting walking, it's a great place to start, because although it is a challenge and although we are in teams, it's really more for support than to beat anybody else, right? Or to be better at it than anybody else. There are people who get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of steps. And then there are people who get 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day. It's whatever level you're at, whatever increases you want to make that, help you get up to move more. And the steps challenge I like because it does keep me cognizant of moving throughout the day, which I have said for a while helps. The more you move, the more you move. And so the more I move throughout the day, the more I move through the day, the more steps I get. And I'm not stuck at the end of the night trying to, walk around my apartment or inside my apartment for 5,000 steps. Mary says that's where she started, was Derek's challenge. So yeah, walking challenges are great, right? And then I think for a lot of people, that sort of leads into a cardio style workout. And then I don't think it's any surprise, my favorite is strength training. That's the thing for me that has not only changed the way that I physically look, but also the way that I mentally look at myself. And one of the reasons that I have sort of touched on, but haven't exactly said in very many videos, one of the reasons that fitness has been so important to me, not just for my overall health, not just for my mental well-being, but now I'm officially down 150 pounds. It's a different body. And it works differently. And it was, in the beginning, extremely difficult for me to understand how my body had changed and how to use my body. So fitness helped me put that focus where it needed to be, because form is super important for me. I will, if my coach Kirsten Quick, if she'll start doing an exercise and it may be something I've never done before, it's all I can do to even let that exercise go and hold a question till the end. A lot of times I'll just interrupt right then and ask a few questions about form if I don't understand or if it feels weird, right? But in doing things like that, it helped me understand how my body worked in relation to the environment, and help me focus on different exercises and progressions. Let's see. Diana says that she worked up to 3 miles by first just walking to the end of the block in 2015. She had a hysterectomy and slid back, but she started over with walking and a stationary bike. And walking is where I started. For those of you who have been here long enough, I started in training for a 5K in 2021. So just almost 2 years, a year and a half ago, I started training we did a charity 5K in May. And I started by going to the local park and I walked around 1 lap. And it takes 3 laps to make a mile. So I basically walked a third of a mile. And then the next day I went back and I walked another lap. And then the next day I went and I did 2, and then I did 2 again, and then I went back and then I did 3, and then I would do 3 again. And then, so eventually I worked up to walking over the 3 miles in order to get a 5K. And now I go for a 4 to 5 mile walk every Sunday with my friends, just because it's good movement. We get out, we enjoy each other's company, we enjoy the environment that we're in, even if it's cold. So I think it's something that's very accessible for people. And one of the things that we chatted about this weekend, and I have chatted about it before, is as we're coming up into the new year, there will be so many people who are either restarting their health and fitness journey, or they are just deciding to start. Now, I am the person who said, why wait? Right? Why wait? Why not just start today? But realistically, I'm also a person who picked a date to start. And for me, that worked very successfully. So if you think that's going to work very successfully for you, I'm here for it. Pick a date. Start on that date. Don't push it off. Make sure you start on that date, right? But I'm all for picking a date. But what I see a lot of people do, they started where I was, over 300 pounds, 330 pounds. Some people not that heavy. Some people are starting their weight loss and they're weighing what I weigh now, right? And that's fine. But people go in, it's like go big or go home, right? You'll see people setting goals. I'm going to work out 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week. I'm here to tell you that's a lot. That's a lot when you're first starting. 5 minutes can sometimes be intimidating when you're starting. And it can be hard. And you're still doing the low impact progressions. But you're there. People set a 30-minute goal. They have trouble hitting that 30-minute goal. And then instead of lowering it, they stop because it's too much. I know y'all have heard me say this before. If you feel like it's too much, remember that it's your plan and you can make it easier. It is perfectly okay to start with 5 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that. The intensity level's up to you. You can give your all in that 5 minutes. Or you can just be there for 5 minutes. And one of the things that my mom, not really challenged me, but one of the things that my mom told me was, promise yourself 5 minutes a day, 4 or 5 days a week. 5 minutes. If you can do more, do more. And if the 5 minutes is you just being there doing all that you can, and then you're done, then you've done your 5 minutes and you've given all that you can. More often than not, I wouldn't want to do it. I'd turn on a video, and I'd end up doing the whole video, and it may be 15, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, right? But it was more than 5. But there were days where I would do the 5. And I was like, it's been a long way. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to do any more of this today. And so I wouldn't. And having that leniency on myself to have something as a minimum that felt doable, and knowing that I could opt out if I wanted to, goes back to what most people say is you're never sorry you did it. You're mostly sorry when you didn't. So start, but be realistic. Marcy says she likes walking in her punching bag. I'm getting into boxing. I like boxing. It's been a lot of fun. Normally we do that Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm all for changing it up, right? Changing up what makes you feel the best. And it's just good for your body to change up the exercises that you're doing. Carolyn says just trying is better than setting an unrealistic goal. And I don't even think that it's necessarily that we intend to set an unrealistic goal, but when you're brand new to something, you don't know what you don't know. And so when you hear working out for 30 minutes and you hear so many people say it, why shouldn't you also try that? It's pretty much what everybody else does. You rarely hear people say, I'm going to work out at least 5 minutes a day, 3 to 4 days a week. You just don't hear that very often. When realistically, there are a lot of people that's all they do. It's not what they intended, but that's all they end up doing. Whereas if that had been what they intended to do, they would be smashing it, right? And then as you go, you can increase and do more. And add to where now my goal is I do an hour at least 3 days a week, typically. And I do 30 minutes to an hour, 2 to 3 days a week. And then on Sundays, I walk. And I try to keep my heart rate down. And when I don't, Mary grabs my arm and pulls me back and tells me I'm going too fast. Sometimes I get a little excited and I'm ready to walk. And it was cold, and I was like, if we walk faster, we'll be warmer. Diana says, yes, that helps me too. Or books on CD. Yeah, and that's something too. I know Camille is a podcast person. I tried listening to podcasts. I liked the podcasts. I wouldn't remember most of what was covered or talked about in the podcast, which is okay. It's fine. It wasn't like I was watching or listening to. I was listening to Smart List the last time, which was one of the recommendations, and I love Jason Bateman, so I've been a big Jason Bateman fan. He's one of my boy crushes. But yeah, sometimes it is also finding what works well for you, right? Like I like to listen to, especially when we box, I like to listen to EDM, electronic dance music, because it's that that really gets you kind of into it, and we'll be punching with the beat, right? It really gets you into it. So sometimes, to your point, yeah, finding a good book to listen to, finding a podcast that you like can make the time go faster too. But then there are some people who are very strict once you really get into fitness and things that say it distracts you and you're not focused and stuff like that. But for me, I like to have music playing in the background. I like to listen to music while I walk. Again, I'm not so much of a podcaster audio person like that because auditory learning and things is not my forte. It's not my preferred method. Carolyn says she went to this circuit gym when she was a teen and she was just starting out. She was doing something with weights too, and it was feeling it at the weight. I had the fitness instructor was trying to push to more weight. Kept telling her no, she's good. And she kept on. Yes, you know your body and your limits. We do have to start slower. I'm sorry. I'm so happy to be there walking with y'all. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's go on a walk. I do get to moving pretty quick sometimes. Yeah, Jason Bateman. He's the best. I love Jason Bateman. I have a few man crushes: Jason Bateman, Robert Downey Jr., and Johnny Depp. Them my top 3 boy crush. I don't want to kiss none of them or nothing, but I think they're real cute, and I love them in movies and stuff. Actually, Robert Downey Jr. did a documentary on his dad. I had no idea his dad was, almost said weird. I hate to say weird, but have you seen the movies that his dad did? Different. Is that a better word than weird? I don't know. They're weird. I like weird and crazy. So, like, it was kind of cool to me. I had no idea his dad was like that. Anyway, that was random. Back to EDM. Yes, EDM is great. Finding a good music beat for you when it works. Yes, the support system is absolutely key. I say, could I do it without y'all? Yes. Would I be as successful? I really don't believe so. And would it be as fun? 110%, not a chance. No way would it be as fun. It just wouldn't be as fun. Cheryl! Whoops. But yeah, the accountability is, you're fine, Cheryl. You probably needed some sleep. Thank you for being here. Glad that you made it. But yeah, accountability is helpful in a lot of ways. Like, and I'll be honest, like, so last week, was that last week? Yeah, last week, my coach Kirsten had she didn't have, her daughter had a baby. So she had a grandson. And so she has not been doing our Monday through Friday boot camps. So I have been left to my own devices. Oh, in fact, this morning, I already told her, but I totally cheated on her. Because she didn't do boot camp. And I told her I would pick a video and I would let her know what video I picked. So today I picked Gavin over at Smithy's Fitness because I love him. So I cheated on Coach with Gavin, everybody. But I fessed up. I told her. For those of you who may not know, Gavin was really the first person who got me excited about fitness. I did a 21-day beginner boot camp of his in 2021. I've done it 4 different times, to be honest. Just sometimes as a reset and sometimes just as an addition because I enjoy it so much. So I had seen over the last few weeks that he had put out a few different workout videos. So I did some of Gavin's videos this morning. So it was super fun. And going back to super fun, it is super fun for me now. I remember when I started that 21-day beginner boot camp, he's in the UK, right? And so we were doing a Tabata style. A Tabata is a timing. So it's named after someone, and it means you work or do the activity for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10 seconds. And I remember when I first started, my favorite part was rest it off, because that's what he would say when he's like, all right, rest it off. I'll be like, after 20 seconds of an activity, I felt like I needed all 10 of them seconds to be able to go into the next one. And then by the 3rd week, I didn't need to rest it off as much. And then when I went through it the 2nd time, I noticed in the rested off phases, I'd be moving a little bit. And then I did it again a few months ago. I think it was this summer at some point. I don't remember. I don't even think I talked about it. I think I just kind of did it. But I remember being pumped, and even in the rested off, just being really excited and like running in place and hopping and doing different things, getting ready for the next activity. And I could see even in that how far I had progressed in my fitness level. And for me, he made it fun. And for me, Kirsten makes it fun because I think she's hysterical. And working out with other people for me is fun. I love my Saturday workouts with the Fit Squad. It's literally my favorite workout of the whole entire week because I love all the ladies who come. There are men who are part of it, but they don't come to the workouts. So they could. They don't. No offense, man. I don't know if there's any of you in here right now, but no offense, but they don't come. But I love that because it is a piece of accountability, right? My friends expect me to be there at the workout, or they hope that they probably expect me to be there. Let's be honest. Everybody probably expects me to be there. I don't expect anybody to be there, but I hope that people show up, right? I want them to be there. I want them to be able to show up and work out with me because I think it's fun. Even though, like I've said before, I don't know what you're doing on your screen. I'm focused on not dying and what is Kirsten doing next. And that's fun for me, right? So find something that's fun for you to do. If that's cardio, start with cardio. If it's strength, start with strength. Eventually, you'll probably be at a fitness level where not only will you need to do both, but you will want to do both. I like doing cardio now. I prefer strength, and a lot of my strength workouts, with my coach at least, end up being cardio workouts because we don't do reps. We normally do different timings. So we'll do like a Tabata timing of 20-10 or a 45-15 rest, or sometimes we do every minute on the minute. They call that EMOM. Or as many reps as possible, AMRAP, right? There's all different kinds. We do ladders, we do pyramids. There's all these different ways that you can work out. There's all these different styles of workouts that you can do. And so I challenge you, if you don't like what you've tried, try something different. Because walking is a lot better for me now that I figured out for me that the heel strike hurts my knees. There are people who walk with a heel strike and have no problems. Fast walkers, in fact, if you look, it is like a requirement that their leg be out straight in front of them and their heel contact, like it's part of the rules almost that they do that, right? But for me, changing the way that I walked made me walk appropriately with less pain, and so now I enjoy it more. And of course I love my walks on Sunday because it doesn't even feel like walking. It feels like talking, and then we got 5 miles by the time we're done talking, and then we get to go eat, which I do enjoy because the place that we go eat just has the most delicious bacon. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even really eat bacon as much anymore at home unless I'm batch cooking it like I talked about the other day. But even that's not very common because the bacon on Sundays is so good. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by bacon. It happens sometimes. I'm hungry. I need to eat. But I'm going to do that after this live stream tonight. Anyway, back to fitness. Oh, look. Everybody's telling Cheryl hi. I'm going to the comments because I feel like I've been away from the comments for a minute. Thank you, friend. Y'all all inspire me just by doing what you can and doing, kickboxing. Kickboxing is so much fun. You found you lost weight faster with kickboxing? I love kickboxing. Kickboxing is good for your brain and your body. But talk about a activity that really makes the mind-body connection work. Kickboxing, absolutely. It's also fairly accessible to someone who is newer, because although form is still important, you're not going to hurt yourself as easily as if you were lifting heavier weights while you do it. Hello, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. So when it comes to fitness, Just think of all of the different things that you can do to get your body moving in whatever way that you like to move. I like strength training. Strength training is my jam. It's my favorite. It makes me feel good. It makes me be able to feel my body in a way that makes my mind connect with the body and helps me fit inside of it better. Because in my mind, I'm much bigger than my body is. But when I'm in an exercise, I need to be aware of the space that I take up, and fitness helps with that. Strength training specifically for me helps with that. Kickboxing helps my mind body connection a lot, which is really super important. And I like to mix it up. That's the thing that for me has really helped as well. Is people ask, what's your favorite? And I do have favorites, but I also have a bunch of different types of equipment that I'll use. Like even when I say we do boxing, for instance, on Tuesdays, and we do, we both punch. Oh, she's got to get going. Bye, friend. Bye, Carolyn. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We both punch. We both act as the coach, right? Where we have the mitts for the other person to punch. She has a heavy bag that we hit. We have a slam ball. We have a kettlebell and typically a jump rope. So when I say boxing, it's not just boxing. It's boxing, kettlebell, slam ball, jump rope. It's a circuit workout, right? But I call it my boxing circuit because most of the different sections that we have are boxing or kickboxing related. And that has really helped me, is having different types of workouts to do. So sometimes, and I have my barbell. I love a barbell. There is something about a barbell that just makes me feel strong. And sometimes that's how I want to feel. Sometimes I want to feel fast. And that's kickboxing for me, because I feel like I have a pretty good connection with kickboxing and can sometimes get going pretty good. But if I want to feel strong, I like a barbell. That's really one of my favorites. Or my heavier kettlebells. I have two 25-pound kettlebells that I use from time to time. So sometimes for me, it's even about changing it up. And so that's not because I don't like one thing or like something more than something else. Just it's also good for your body to change it up at some point, right? So it's okay if you start an exercise, or if you start an exercise with someone. Like I've said, I have my coach and she works for me, and I will promote that because she works for me. But I've also told her, and I've also told all of y'all, I won't ever ask anybody to join. I won't say, would you join the Fit Squad with me? You'll never hear me say that to you, because that's your decision. I don't know if Kirsten would work as a coach for you. I don't know what you need. I know what I need, and I know that she works for me. But like Camille, I'm going to call you out, Camille. Camille has a coach that she uses, a plan that I think it's on Instagram, Camille. Maybe keep me honest, but I'm pretty sure it's like an Instagram base, but it leads somewhere else, right? But someone that she follows on Instagram. And then there are a lot of YouTubers that people will follow and do their different workout series. I know Daniela Joy, she was on the live stream the other night. She likes to do different YouTube videos. I'm blanking on all of the names right now that they use of the people, because I have my coach and that's who I use. Yeah, Camille says it's on Instagram, right? But it's that point of finding who you like. So again, I promote my coach because she works for me, but the point that I want to make sure and make clear to everybody is find what you like, find who you like. So there are a bunch of different videos. Like, I know she's gone now, but Carolyn introduced me to the Fitness Marshal, which is a dance. He dances. I like to dance. And sometimes you just want to dance. You just want to dance around, right? So it's finding channels like that. Or, there's another guy that I know Deanna's mentioned him too. It's a walking guy. I want to say his name is Rick. I can't remember his channel name right now. My point again being, if it's not working, it doesn't necessarily mean stop. It means adapt, change, modify, adapt, modify, and overcome. Thank you, Diana. Rick is his name, right? Okay. Do you know his channel, Cheryl? Because I can't remember his channel. But I know I've done his walking videos because he had, Carolyn is a big boy band fan, Backstreet Boys especially, but all of them actually, the Hanson brothers. Anyway, so he's done some like 80s music that he does walking to. But anyway, so again, my point is, it's not only finding the person that you like to work out with or the people that you like to work out with, but also Fitness with Rick. Okay, thanks. See, popular. I knew people knew him. Fitness with Rick. So those are just different channels, right? Or you have the smaller channels. Like I said, I worked out with Gavin over it. Although he's got almost 50,000 subs now. Gavin is crushing it. He's doing really good. Anyway, but sometimes there are smaller channels. Like, I mean, my coach's channel just has over 1,000 subs. Val with Home Workout Health Hub. Y'all know I love her. And she's not even at 1,000 subs yet, right? But she has a ton of good workout videos on there. So it's about finding what works for you. If you think it doesn't work, try to change it. Set realistic goals for your fitness. And don't compare yourself to other people's fitness goals. Because what one person may have as a goal, you may not be there yet. Or that may not be the best goal for you to have. And as we go into the new year, I know a lot of people start setting goals. I will be setting goals. I will be talking about those goals. I plan on choosing another word of the year as well. And I'll do an update video on those either as the year ends or as it comes into the new year. But as you're doing that, just, be realistic or talk to a friend. Talk to me if you'd like. I'm not a coach yet. I don't mind chatting with people and just talking about it because it has changed my life for the better. Today was a horrible day. It wasn't a good day. I wasn't happy with today. It's not my favorite day. I had to do things that I don't want to do. I just didn't want to. Don't think it's fair. But sometimes when you're the boss, you have to do those things anyway because that's what you do and that's your job, right? So I didn't like it. I didn't want to do any of it. And I also know that 3 years ago, I wouldn't have handled it as well. So it helps me. Camille's thinking about her word too. Excellent. I like the word of the year. I don't even remember who I heard that from last year, but people started doing it and I really liked it. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. We're about an hour tonight. I know I've been a little bit, maybe not as focused as I normally have been. I kept hearing that silly message go off and it was a little distracting. Mary says she has her word and I know what it is. You don't have to share it right now, Mary, but it is a great word and it is perfect for you. So I have a few. I'm praying on them to see which direction I really want to go and which one I think will work the best to really help me move forward. So you learned it from Deanna. I know Deanna was one of the people that I saw doing word of the year. And a lot of people do vision boards for the year too. But I really liked it. And I thought it was a good idea. I think Deanna had a couple of words, actually, if I remember correctly, which is also fine. There's not a hard and fast rule about it, right? Sorry, I was distracted by stop. The dog's staring at. Do your dogs ever just stare at you? Stop it. Stop looking at me. It's like they're like children. I must have been a really annoying kid, Mom, because I probably stared at her too. Anyway. Misty, wrap up this live stream now. Or else I could just sit here and talk to y'all forever and Camille needs to go to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out today, guys. I appreciate all of you being here on this Monday. As a reminder, actually, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow night, where normally I have not been doing Tuesdays. There will be a live tomorrow. It may be pushed later, though, just in all honesty. It may be at 6:30 instead of 6, but I'll know that probably midday. So I'll schedule it for the right time. So if you're on the lookout, if you don't see something scheduled for 6, then you should see it scheduled for 6:30. I'm going to try my best, though, to keep the same time frame for tomorrow. But instead of a video, you should be getting a live. You'll have a video on Thursday, but for the rest of the time now through at least Christmas Eve, we'll be doing 6 o'clock Central live streams if you can be here. If you have any topics that you would like to discuss or hear me discuss, as always, you can leave those in the comments down below. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for this evening. Say like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Where did you start with fitness? Or are you about to start? Do you have goals that you're going to be discussing? And when you're setting those goals, are you making sure that you're setting realistic expectations to set yourself up for success? And until next time, I'll see you real soon. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Y'all mean more to me than you know. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you tomorrow.